Hey family, peace and love to you all. Hello to my kings, my queens, my brothers and sisters. I greet you all with love and light of the Most High God, the infinite creator, source of all things, source within. I thank you for checking your sister out. Your sister has been going through some things, personal things, things that many of you don't even know about. Because, I'm so, my passion is to sharing my love, my light, and my experience, my testimony. Because I know it can really be a blessing to others. And even when I'm going through what I'm going through behind the scenes, shall I say, still, I find myself, you know, just still receiving from, the Most High God, the universe. My needs are being met, and all things are always working together for my good, and it takes my mind off of my problems when I think about others, because I know that in return I am being, that I am receiving, help, whether it be spiritually, mentally, from source, shall I say, or even when it comes to physical things, but I mean to say physical, but material things. The Most High God is always supplying my needs, so I have no complaints there. Just always in a state of gratitude, because that's where we should be anyway. But anyway, I know I don't talk about my personal trials and tribulations. I do speak about certain things every now and then, but your sister, I have a grandmother who's 90 years old, and she has Alzheimer's, right? And it has been very, you know, it's been something that I had been struggling with because this woman has basically pretty much raised me. My grandmother, even though my mom was in the house still, grandma, we all know grandma takes over. Grandma's in that house, grandma gonna have a say so, and grandma, always make sure everything is, when it comes to the grandkids, grandma always make sure that everything is flowing nicely in the house, and the children are needs are being met. And that was my grandmother. She was always she's very how can I say this? Not only was she controlling, but she also was very needy, shall I say. She just, it's like her family was her world, you know what I'm saying? And she held on to all of us like this. And but I remember having wonderful, great conversations with her when she was in her right state of mind. It's something about, how death affects a lot of people. All I know was when her sister had passed, she it kind of did something to her. And then after her sister had passed, I would say a year later, her daughter passed. My mom oldest sister, she had passed, and she was there at the funeral and everything. But see, everybody deals with death differently. Whether it just be death or people deal with rejection differently. Either death or rejection, one or the other. It's still like death to some people, especially when somebody that they cared about, they loved, and they gave it all to, they're no longer around. You know what I mean? But my grandmother, it did something to her. It's like all of a sudden, she started having signs of dementia. And she don't even remember the death of her daughter or her sister. She still talks about them, although they're still around. But anyway, so I've been dealing with that. She's still in the same home, with our family. My uncle, it's like around the clock. We all, help watch her and, take turns, and as far as taking care of her. Because we're not going to put her in a nursing home. My family, we're all about family, we take care of each other. And I was raised like that. So I know, as far as my mom, I want to make sure I'm there for her as well. But people do what they have to do. You know, I'm not here to judge nobody when it comes to your loved ones. You do what you have to do. But I'm just saying with my family, you know, we look out for one another. And my grandmother's not going to no nursing home. We're going to take care of her to the best of our ability. But you know, due to the fact of putting all this energy in trying to take care of my grandmother, I have been working. And I do plan on going back to work soon, but right now my energy is pretty much on, you know, helping out, you know, being an extra support, you know, as far as helping my grandmother out, you know. 'Cause it's a job. It is a job, and it can be very stressful and everything. But you have help with family. When family, you know, take turns helping out, you know, it definitely makes a difference. But anyway, and then I'm dealing with my older brother. He's dealing with rejection. You know, I know women go through it, you know, because we're very emotional beings, you know, but for me, it was like a shock for me for him to go through his deep, dark depression as far as being with someone for 6 years, that he put his all into, pretty much his soul into, shall I say. And please know, family, you cannot buy love, okay? You cannot buy love. And one thing I have learned from watching my brother, you know, spiral down, shall I say. And I am believing for him to spiral back up because I'm definitely standing in the gap praying for him. But when it's all said and done, he got to help himself too. But a lot of people, you know, when they are in a state of being broken due to their past relationship that they had ended, and they haven't really, you know, healed, shall I say, from those relationships. They're broken people. They're lacking self love, and then they meet somebody else that, you know, that shall I say, that interests them, and that person end up being a crutch, shall I say? Okay, you're me a crutch, because some people do get with you and using you as a crutch to help get over somebody else. But when they meet the other person and they really start to get into them and start to love them, well, this person, due to the fact that that person was low vibrational because they weren't loving themselves and they were broken at the time, they were depressed. When they, guess what you pretty much attract? You know, you end up attracting somebody else that's like that. You know, that's broken, depressed, lack of self-love, and you know they say opposite attract, but you're pretty much attracting that which you are. All right. And you know, if you're somebody that's low vibrational and lacking self-love and you attract somebody else like that, well, a lot of times it might motivate you to want to help them to be what, their savior, shall I say, hoping they would change. You know, a lot of times, you know, we meet people like that because we haven't fully healed. So we meet people that are broken and we're trying to help them out, and we have our own issues. We haven't really fully healed, you know. So that's what my brother's going through. You know, before he met her, he wasn't really whole as a man before he met her, and for whatever reason, the relationship ended. She ended the relationship, and I don't blame her. People have the right, when they want out of a relationship, they have the right, you know, to say, hey, I don't want this no more. But it's up for that person to try to get to that place of, you know, daily, you know, speak life over yourself. Let yourself know it's going to be all right. But you got to love that person enough to walk away, to, as far as respecting that other person's wishes. And you got to love yourself enough to know that you deserve better. And also you got to start healing, because to heal, to feel is to heal, and to get to that place of healing, shall I say, as within, so without. So this is something else that I have been dealing with as far as trying to encourage my brother, speak life over him. Because that depression, it is a silent killer, family. It is a silent killer, and a lot of people deal with depression differently. You know, some, you know, they eat a lot when they're depressed. Some people eat less. You know, some people just mope around and in that victim mode, woe is me. And, you know, some people actually, you know, just get out and start getting back to self-love, doing things that they like to do, you know, the thing that once made them happy, they get back to that, you know. Unfortunately, my brother ain't there yet. You know, I'm trying to tell him, you know, get back to those things that you love to do that made you happy. But for some reason, he's not finding any joy in that because he put so much his all into that relationship. You know, it's like she became his everything, shall I say, you know, pretty much took the place of those things that he once enjoyed, shall I say. And I know it happens in relationship, but family, that's really not a good place to be. Giving somebody your soul, all right, to where when they leave, you can't function. That's really not a good place to be. And I know it happens. It happens pretty much every day, you know, but when it's all said and done, it's about self-love. You know, and please know the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And please know if it can't get to you, it'll try to get to your family members. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Karma is a bitch. I'm telling you that right now. And, you know, I'm spiritual. And my brother, he has a relationship, you know, with God. He does. But he's not spiritual. You know what I'm saying? He's not spiritual. But he still got to get to that place of wanting the help. You know, it's like right now I talk to him. My mom talks to him. A lot of us are talking to him, trying to speak life over him, and it's going to one end after the other. And all he says, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Oh, I'll be all right. I can handle it. I can handle it. You know, I'm gonna be all right. You know, we tell him to get counseling and all of this. Oh no, no, I don't need that. You know, I can handle it. You know, but no, you can't handle it. If it's going on 3 weeks, and the thing that we're telling you is going to one ear not the other, you hear and you don't hear. Like they say, you don't hear me though. You know, you hear and you don't hear, and that's in that place of denial. You know, like I said, depression is definitely a silent killer. So family, I'm pretty much, you know, putting this out here, even though it's my business, my personal family situation, because I know many of you are going through some things too. You know, I even did a read on my brother, and I'm not going to speak about everything that was brought to my attention as far as me receiving clarity, but this one card stood out and it said transformation. He's going through transformation, all right? And if many of you don't know what transformation is, Google it. He's going through it, and when you're going through transformation, it's not always, you know, for some people they can look at transformation like, ooh wee, you know, I'm going through transformation, ooh wee. But for others, it's not ooh wee for them. You know, it's very painful, cause it's like a door that's been closed, all right, that you want back open so much, you know. But the Most High God has plans for you. He has other plans for you. He has purpose for you, and where He's trying to take you, that person, it's not for your best interest, or it's not for your highest good for you to still be, as far as where He's trying to take you, shall I say, it's not for your highest good for you to still be holding on to this person, shall I say, you know? So we all have purpose, you know. We all are going different paths, you know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, when the Most High God is trying to take you some places, He will start closing doors, all right? He will start removing people out of your life, all right? And it don't mean that they're bad people. It's just the way He's trying to take you. You know, it's not for them to go. It's for you to go. So part of transformation it's dealing with rebirth, and rebirth is not pleasant. Rebirth is very painful. You know, it's like going through that dark tunnel. You know, all you know is the state that you're in. It's dark. You know, it's uncomfortable, but you keep on walking. You keep on moving forward. You keep on pressing on. Before you know, you're gonna see a light at the end of the tunnel. And the more you start seeing that light, you'll start moving. You're gonna start really, really walking towards that light, or maybe even running towards that light. But before you know it, when you come out of that, when you walk through that light, and when you walk out of that tunnel, the person that you are when you came out of that tunnel is not the person that you was when you was in that dark place, shall I say. So that's where he's at. He's in that dark place. You know, some people, like I said, can handle depression better than others, you know. Some people can accept, you know, rejection better than others. You know, I'm the kind of person, I'm just keeping it real. You know, I don't need for a man to tell me I don't want you. Leave me alone. I never let it get to that point. You know, I go by what you show me. That's me. You know, you show me whether you want me in your life or not. When I start seeing you change on me, you know, and you show me that you don't want me, I back off. That's just me. But some people, they have to be told, you know, leave me alone. I don't want you, you know, and it's up for you to have ears to hear, you know, what that person is saying, you know, and love yourself enough to walk away And that's what I'm praying for my brother, that he get to that place of walking away, accepting, reality for what it is. That door is closed. Stop trying to, pull on that handle to open it back up, because it will not open back up. It's time for him to move forward. And I pray that, the things I'm speaking about is tugging at somebody's ears, that will have ears to hear. Keep your sister in prayer. Me, personally, I'm fine, all right? But when you have a loved one that's going through stuff like this, does it affect you? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But I speak life over myself every day, all right? I say every day, I love you. I say every day, I am grateful. I say every day, life is good. I say every day, I'm gonna have a good day. I say every day, I'm expecting good news. I say every day, I'm expecting something good to come my way. I say this every day. Even if it's a day something hit me and I get to crying, after I wipe them tears, I start speaking life back over myself. You have to. You got to speak those things to be not as though they were, and that's what I'm trying to get my brother to see, but we're different, My thoughts are not his thoughts, and, all I can do is just be there for him. And, and family, please know, a lot of times I know everybody have busy lives, and, a lot of people just want to be bothered sometimes with their own family members for whatever reason. And I'm not here to judge you, but please know, if you got a family member that's going through something, please answer that phone when they call you, all right? If they're knocking on the door, you may be one of your little funky moods, you won't be bothered. But take the time to think about somebody. Take the time to think about somebody other than yourself. You'd be surprised, that you answering your door when they came to you, you could end up saving their life or something. You know what I mean? You answering that phone instead of ignoring it. Oh, that's so and so. I'm so tired of him complaining. But had you not answered it, just think. I mean, if you would have answered it, you probably would have saved that person's life. Just still speaking life over them. Still let them know it's going to be okay. I'm here for you. I love you. I'm praying for you. People get so caught up in cares of this world and things, and these things are temporal. They come and go. People come and go. But goodness, family, that's all you got is family. I look at many of you as my spiritual brothers and sisters, in the spirit. I look at all of you as family, my brothers and sisters in the spirit. And I let many of you know all the time I appreciate you, because I do, because you don't have to watch me. You don't have to listen to the words come out of my mouth, but you take the time to do it. Please take time out for your family members who are going through it, who are in a dark place, who are depressed. Because I'm telling you, I spoke about it before, this thing of depression, the enemy is taking people out left and right. And if it can't get to you, believe and know that it's going to try to get to your family members. If you get that light around you, like I said, when people are jealous over you and they trying to cast spells on you and they trying to get to you, well, while that spell is hitting your way, it's going to bounce off of you because you're high vibrational. You know what I'm saying? You have that light around you. So, but sometimes it'll go to your loved ones. You know what I mean? And if there's somebody that's low vibrational, you definitely want them covered, but all you can do is pray for them, pray for them that, and speak life over them, that they get to that place of loving themselves and raising their vibration. Because when it's all said and done, we can only do what we can only do our part. There are places that I can't go, that Source can go. You know what I mean? But I can go within myself and go to war and pray for him. I can do all of that, but he's gonna have to put that shield up for himself. He's gonna have to guard his own energy field. And that's something I can't do for him. And many of you, but we can pray for one another, because there's power in prayer. So don't look at it, oh, what can you do? You pray. You pray and you let go and let God, let the Most High God handle it. And still be there for your loved ones, because that's what I'm going to continuously do. I'm going to be there for my grandmother, all right? Just like I was there for my Aunt Leah. And she told me before she died, she said, you were faithful, and I never forget it. And when she passed, it didn't hurt me as much, because I knew I was there for her. She told me you was faithful. And you know why she said that? Because when she was in the hospital, Even though family members were visiting her, but I was visiting her the most. And during that time, I was working at the hospital, and I took time out instead of me going to lunch. I spent that 30 minutes with her, and I did it every day, while she was in the hospital. And she said, you know what? She said, you are faithful. And I just started crying, and I hugged her because I wasn't expecting her to say that. And to this day, it stays with me. My aunt Liz said that I was faithful, and she appreciated me being there, because she had cancer. But please be that someone in your family life that said that you were faithful. As far as you, taking the time to think about somebody other than yourself, as far as you picking up that phone when they needed you, as far as when they're knocking on your door, you answer. All right. So anyway, I appreciate you all. I thank you for your love. I thank you for supporting my channel. My birthday is tomorrow, but the way I see it every day, we're getting older, so it's no big deal to me. Your sister will be, well, I'm 47 now. I won't say tomorrow I'll be 47, but I'm claiming it now, all right? I am 47 now. I am grateful now, all right? Today is a good day now. See, I have to be likable with myself regardless. But I just want to say thank you to my kings and queens for supporting my channel. And I know many of you were expecting to get a word from your sister, or maybe for me to speak about some experiences that many of you can relate to. But this is one of this is one of them videos. Take the time to think about somebody other than yourself. Pray for your sister, all right? Pray for your sister. I don't even know if I'm going to post another video this week. If I do, Lord's willing, I will. And if I don't, it's always another day, another week. All right? Your sister is going through some personal family crisis, and I want to be there for my brother, all right? So much love and blessings to you all. And bye for now. And remember, get off of you, because it ain't about you. And it ain't about me. Extend love and light, all right? Think about somebody other than yourself. Depression is real. It is truly a silent killer, all right? But it's nothing like having somebody to have a listening ear to be there for you during your dark hour, in your time of need. Much love and blessings to you, kings and queens. Bye for now.